So welcome to today's online Pilates session. And for today's session, we are going to be focusing on stretching through the lower back area. Particularly good if you've been out and about, you've been working quite heavily and you're feeling maybe a little tension, you're feeling a little bit tight, you've used a lot of muscles in your back and you need to find a way to stretch them out. So with your mats ready, we're going to do everything from the floor. So just make sure you've got a nice comfortable surface to work for. Make sure you've got your mat. If you need a cushion, use a cushion underneath your head. You might possibly need it for the lower back as well if it's feeling a little bit too stiff. So anytime you feel any kind of pinching sensation or the lower back is really tight, grab yourself a nice comfortable soft cushion, place it underneath, and that will just make things a little bit easier for you. So we're going to lay down on our back and just want to make sure that we have room to bring the arms out so you have enough space with nothing in your way. And it's going to lay yourself flat into the floor. And we're just going to gently loosen the lower back. So if it's very tight, we don't want to start putting anything too strenuous straight away. We kind of need to build up so we can just gently loosen the lower back and then start to increase the amount that we stretch so we don't go in too heavy too quickly. So as you lay with your arms by your side and you're just pushing the back into the floor, we're just going to let these gently sway. Sway the hips, sway the legs from one side to the other. Just breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. I'm just going to let those arms rest by our side. Gently release. And then we're going to take our legs and we are going to straighten. Now, as you straighten the legs, take the right leg, just place it over, cross over, crossing your right foot over your left foot. And then we're just going to roll a little bit further now. So we want to roll over towards the left hip and then roll over to the right hip. Keeping our shoulders down on the floor, we're going to start to roll from side to side, rolling from one hip over to the other. So just gently increasing the release from that lower back. And then we return. So just bringing those knees in and taking your left leg, just bringing the left knee in towards the chest from there. And release. Bringing the right leg into the chest. And as you straighten the legs, we now just extend the legs and we want to bring the left leg now over. So you're crossing the left foot over the right. And again, we're going to roll over from one hip to the other side. It's a little bit of a twisting sensation going through that lower back. Keeping our shoulders down. And then if we just roll once more over each side, we can then return. And we'll bring those legs back up. Now from that, we're going to bring both legs now into a tabletop position. And bringing the knees into the chest as close as we can, we're going to start to push our back into the floor. Bringing your arms through, either hold your ankles or hold your feet. Bring the head down, and we're going to take an exhale, and we're going to push the knees in. As you push the knees in, push the back into the floor, breathe out. And then we're going to inhale, release, relax from there. Hold again, and exhale, push in. And inhale, relax. Breathe out, hold, and push. And release. So go one more time. Hold. And exhale. Push. And then we release. So we come down. Relax. Draw the arms down. And then bringing the right leg over the left leg. Dropping those arms to the floor. We're going to slowly drop this right foot down to the left. And we want to bring the foot as close to the floor as we can without lifting our shoulders off the mat. So breathe out. And then hold when you've gone as far as you can. Take a pause. And then up we come. And we're going to hold at the top. We're going to then pause. Exhale, return. Drop to the side. Bring that foot as close to the floor as we can. Pause. Shoulder stays down. You should feel that stretch running down that lower back region on that right side. And up we come. We're going to go once more on this side. So let's take an inhale, prepare ourselves. Exhale and come down. As we hold. Then up we come. So from that, we're ready to bring the left leg over the right leg. So we hold and we're now going to drop slowly towards the right. So that left foot. Make your way down. Keep the left shoulder down on the floor. Pause when you think you've gone far enough. And then let's make our way up. And pause, breathe in. Exhale down. Pause from there. Breathe out, come on. Then we're going to drop once more. Slowly lower. Pause. And up we go. So from there, just ease off, relax, take the legs back down, just relax wherever comfortable from there. And if we keep the arms down by our side, and this time with your legs, bring the knees and feet together and take the legs now to tabletop. We're going to take both legs and the hips slowly to the left. 3 things we've got to do. First thing we've got to do, as we slowly come down, we've got to keep the knees together. Second thing, keep the right shoulder down on the floor. And the third thing is to keep the legs raised. Don't let the legs touch the floor. So as you slowly drop to the side, you're just going to feel that very fine line. So the right shoulder is down, the knees are still together, and the legs are still in the air. So when you breathe out and you draw the navel into the spine, we've got to bring those legs back up. We've still got to keep everything there. Shoulder down, knees together, and then return. So then when we come down to the right, same thing again, but it's the left shoulder we want to focus on. So the left shoulder stays down. We need to just drop the legs to that point where we know we can keep the knees and we can keep the shoulder down. And we breathe out and we come up. So we're going to drop once more, and then we're going to add a little progression just to make things just a little bit more challenging for the body, just giving us a little bit more to do. So I'm just going to hold about 10 seconds max. Try and hold the tabletop position. You might find the legs get tired, so you might start to feel the feet dropping. Just want to try and keep those feet raised so the legs are at that angle. So when we drop, we've done both sides twice. The movements have been fairly slow, just so we don't rush and we don't bring the knees away and we don't drop the legs to the floor. So we make our way up. We're going to take a moment to rest the legs so we can hug the legs into the chest, roll ourselves into a ball from there, give ourselves a nice hug. And then to the progression, this time we're going to take the arms off the floor. We're going to raise those arms up to the ceiling. Bring those knees together, bring those legs to tabletop. So you're kind of in a dead bug position. Now, very slowly, we are going to drop. Bring those legs to the left. Now, we've got a little bit more to do because we want to make sure we don't roll to the floor. So the right shoulder stays to the floor. The knees stay together. We're just going to make sure that we don't roll all the way over. And then hold. And see how we can hold for 10 seconds. Hold the position. And then as you push the knees together, we're going to breathe out and come up. Then we're ready to roll to the right. Very slowly. One slight move and we can fall all the way. Shoulders down. Knees together. Exhale up. And we'll go once more. Once more over to the left. Steady. Hold and control. Use the abdominals. Draw the navel into the spine. And bring the legs up. And then once more. Nice and steady. Hold, keep your focus. Hold the legs. Draw the navel in. And up we go. And from there, we're ready to hug our legs. Roll ourselves into a ball. And gently loosen off. So hopefully after doing those movements, the back and the hips feel loose, feel a bit more mobility, and there's less tension and stiffness running through that lower back. So you might just want to roll over onto the front and loosen up a little bit more by just making your way onto your hands and knees, making your way into box and rolling into the cat and then to the cow, just to loosen the back a little bit more from that position, from being on your back. And then hopefully as you make your way to your feet, your lower back is feeling more mobile and less tension running through. Thanks for joining me for today's session for your lower back. Take care of yourself, stay in good health, and I will see you soon.